Yeah. By there. Back in the forest again. Finally. The forest of Lower Saxony. Well, you know. Well, today I'm heading for a site here in the forest with some strange things might have been there in the past, or let's say a piece of history just took place there, or is just sighted there. So, well, you know, that's not even really a miracle. It doesn't really make us wonder. So, German history, especially the older parts of history, Germanic history, this is mainly about forests. Well, you know, on the territory, on the German territory. Well, today we have, I don't know, 82, 83 million inhabitants. So, but in the old days and early medieval times, just 2 or 3 million inhabitants on the same territory. That means a lot of forest, and forest. So people live in small villages or trying to protect themselves in small castles, and that's all in the forest, or at least nearby the forest. And that's at least for the time from 0 to 1000. So, and from that on, smaller cities, yeah, some castles, some shelters, and so on. But so anyway, we're heading for a special site today. That's really here, right in the forest. And some kind of mystery, because nobody really knows about that. So, what's going on at that place? So, what has been going on? So many parts of history in this region of Germany, no one could really tell, except perhaps the oldest trees could. And some parts, they even go back so far, not even the oldest trees in this forest could tell about that. And that's something I'm going to show you. I want to show you. Let's see if that happens. Alright, and I have 2 HU tobaccos with me that might be interesting for you, and perhaps they fit the landscape here. I don't know, let's try this. And so, let's go on. Let's head for the hill. Let's go. Yeah. Watch out. Go this way. All right, there it is. I don't know if you can already see that. That's what we're heading for. All right, let's go uphill. It's still muddy. Alright folks, this behind me is the gate of an ancient fortress. So that wasn't, of course that wasn't built by hand, so that's natural, but that was used by men living here, trying to protect the families, and some kind of huge and incredible castle, a fortress built 300 years before Christ. And they used, well, the nature they found, the stones and all the things that this little hill provided naturally, to get that in, and just to add some more walls, some more protection to that, to build a simple but very effective kind of castle here on the hilltop. And so the hilltop was used for centuries even, yeah, for pretty much the same function. But we don't know much about that. We just see what they have left, all these walls, all these obviously built constructions for defense. That's all what we know at this point. Yeah, well, all right. After catching my breath, let's just go for the first tobacco. All right. I have, so first of all, we're going to start with what HU calls the bullet. So the bullet and the Swan I'm talking about today, those two tobaccos, that pretty much refers, so they are the names, they refer to a pipe company that's called coke pipes. Coke pipes. I don't want to talk about coke pipes, not because they're not worth it or whatever. So two fine guys, really good guys. They're doing some pipes. You can look into that. Perhaps going to talk about that one day, but not today. So that's a pipe company mainly done by two guys working on pipes together. That's why it's called coke pipes. So is there some shadow I can go for? Well, that's not really. Damn it. Well, anyway, all right. I'll show you the tobacco first because I want to pack this and just show you that. So it's nicely done. I'm going to tell you about this tobacco in a minute. Just let me pack my pipe so I can get this started finally. Yeah, this is some kind of ready wrapped flag. Very nice condition. Humidity is absolutely perfect. Well, that's an HU tobacco. If you know something about these HU tobaccos and you had some HU tobaccos, you know, you have an idea what the texture might feel like and so on. All right, let me just light that up. Fire it up. Well, that's better. So, all right. First of all, I just entered the castle. So I'm now inside the castle. So what you can see here in this is the entrance. This is the entrance, protected by these two huge, incredible natural stones, protecting the whole area. So it was easy to defend this. And why do we know that they used that as a gate? So we know because they did some heavy work on these rocks. Yeah, to press some woods into that and to build their brick protection and everything what they needed really to protect the entrance. So I'm now inside the castle, and I'll give you a closer look later on. It's pretty large, so several hundred meters wall to protect that, but just very few remains left today. But anyway, really strange to be here every time. So that's my second time I'm here. Not many people know about this place. It's really in the forest, so you can go by car to, I don't know, I think, so it's at least 20 minutes by foot to reach this castle here in the woods. And this place is called Kookesburg, and that means something like border fortress, and that's a very old name and goes back far beyond. So we know about this place just about 1,000 years. So 1,000 years ago it was first mentioned, but it reaches back in the times before Christ, at least 300 before Christ. That's what we know. But there's not much we know about this place, because there has never been an archaeological survey on this territory. It's just what we see with our eyes and what we can think about, and no archaeological survey or something like that. So we don't know much about this place, and that's why I say that's kind of mysterious side here, right in the forest. And it's not only about that. I'm going to show you something else, but let me just first talk about the tobacco. So the tobacco, the bullet, it came up something like a year ago, I think in May 2019, and yeah, well, well, you know, HU does all these lines, these different lines, African line and so on, and this is a line where they have two tobaccos so far, so the Bull and the Swan, about these two pipe makers, the coke pipes. And anyway, I just tell you what they say about the tobacco. So it's produced, well, you know, it's HU tobacco. So this is some kind of German connection. So they do their tobacco at Kohlhauser. So Kohlhauser is behind that. So that's a 602 on the tin. You can see that. Yeah, the tin, by the way, you see that? Well, the name, the bullet refers to the shape of the pipe. So that's the name of the pipe at Coke Pipes, the bullet. See it? It's not a mystery really. See it? And yeah, well, you can always discuss tin art. Is this art? I'm not sure. So it's not my kind of tin art perhaps, but well, taste is different. Anyway, I tell you what they do in this tobacco. So they say, this is a medium strong, pleasant, spicy, ratty rub flake from dark red Virginia, mixed with a pinch of Perique and a hint of Havana and Brazil tobacco. Havana, I don't even know if that's legal if you're in the US. I'm not sure. Is that legal? So, of Havana and Brazil tobacco, the pronounced malty and discreetly tart sweetness of red Virginia is wonderfully supported by the spicy tobaccos and great rounded. We have added a new specially developed flavor as a topping on this mixture. The result is a pleasantly spicy and at the same time subtle, fruity, sourish blend whose iridescent taste always provides tension without being uneasy. If you like great natural tobaccos and are not averse to an enigmatic topping, who wants to get involved in a taste adventure and always has the tobacco qualities in mind, you should try this tobacco. And this tobacco also comes with some kind of short story. Well, that, I don't know, sounds like a short story to me, not like a tobacco description. I You remember, I think that was my last video, with opening night. They just said something like, West Virginia pressed to flakes, or something like that. So, and that's quite the opposite. So we get quite a story around the tobacco here. But yeah, it's a complicated tobacco. You hear that many tobaccos used to do this. Let me just go back to this. So it's Red Virginia, it's a pinch of Perique, it's Havana in Brazil, and they have a topping. So of a nice malty flavor, they say. And if you open the tin, if you have a whiff, let me just reopen the tin. If you have a whiff of that, so you really can feel that. So it's all about maltiness. I think that's it. Yeah. It's malty, and even more malty with a subtle note, but just a hint of that. So with earth, leather in the back. Even hard to find the Perique. So you see, it's really about this malt. And yeah, you may like that or not. So alright, the tobacco has everything it needs, and that's what some guys say. It doesn't just have what it needs. It has just more than it needs, and that means it's too much. And that's what some guys say, and perhaps, I'm not sure if it is that, but it's, if you're up for a cigar leaf tobacco, and you try to do that on your own, and I did several times, and so there's a video on the channel about mixing your own cigar leaf, but so this is not an easy thing to do. So why is that? So I'm not even sure. So this tobacco likes to get hot. This tobacco likes to get harsh. Although it's really a pleasant smoke in the beginning. And if you go slowly on that, if you just be very careful, just to search for the malty notes and all the other components, this is a pleasure to smoke that. But it's not easy to smoke. So let's say this tobacco, this could really easily turn against you. Perhaps that's a description. And I'm not the only one thinking of that. The malty flavor, just great, but it likes to get harsh, and it doesn't really leave your tongue. It doesn't want to leave your tongue. Yeah. Unfortunately, because when I heard the description, I thought that's a tobacco for the rest of your life, perhaps. But yeah, it's not a friend easy to handle. Let's say that. So the tobacco is €21.50 here in Germany right now. So interest in tobacco? Give it a shot if you get a chance. Get your hands on that, and if it's legal in your country. I'm not sure about that. So yeah, perhaps you just try and think of yourself. Make up your mind about that. So alright, yeah, the castle. Let me show you one or two things about the castle, and then we hop off, because very close, 100 meters from here, there's another place I want to show you. Just besides this very strange place here. Alright, just follow me. You see, when the enemy came in, entering this gate, so I was very tired. Just, I don't know, it's just a meter 10 or meter 20. So now he was facing this huge rock, so he had to go around this, left or right. So what was left was a very small way on both sides to combat the enemy, and that was really a tactical advantage, and that has been used in the old days, so maybe even in Bronze Age, but at least a few hundred years before Christ, up to the Middle Ages, pretty sure. So just around these rocks, where you see, there's always somebody, I don't know, who doesn't like beauty. So yeah, what you can see here is just part of the wall they try to build here. It's hard to see now because so many trees, and on camera it's always very difficult to see the angle. So we just climb on the wall here. Let's just pretend that we're some, I don't know, some barbarian riders here. Some old Saxons climbing up here. So, and we're just storming for the wall. All right, we did it. So, and this is the, yeah, these are the inner parts of. And as far as you can see, you see from here to on the other side. You see this? That's the wall on the other side. So this is quite a bit. Yeah. And it's all gone now, but I don't know. I know if you know that feeling, if you're somewhere in and yeah, well, you just got the feeling that there's something left. There's some kind of spirit left. I don't want to get esoteric. Well, something's just in the architecture or something. So it always seems to me that folks have been around just a few minutes ago sometimes. Just a feeling. Well, you see that? Beautiful day, and there's nobody around. Nobody around. And you can walk on the outer ring here. You see that? An old. Where you see that? Fallen trees here, hit by the storm. All right. All right, let's just turn back. There's something else I want to show you on the other side. That's just the other side of the castle at the wall. All right, coming close. Let's see. Alright guys, and we are back again. Let me just fire that up. Well, that's a new tobacco. I'll tell you about that. If you could smell that. It's like a campfire of the old days. It really is. Oh, what is that? Just lost me. Just left me. Anyway, gonna open that. So, went on. So after the bullet, which is a pretty fine cigar leaf tobacco, regardless, the issues that may come with that, or pretty sure come with that. So be careful on that. Perhaps if you join some cigar smokers in the evening or whatever, you sit in a fine bar or whatever, and just enjoy that, and you just go slightly on that. Just carefully enjoy the malty notes and all these cigar flake notes. So yeah, perhaps you're gonna enjoy. But we're not talking the Swan. Same series, co-pipe series. Same. I don't know. Kind of tin design, let's put it that way. So anyway, I'm gonna open that and tell you what this tell you what this is about. So alright, so you see there's some kind of ribbon, some kind of ribbon. It's nothing too fancy about that. If you see the tobacco well, first whiff, you know what that is about. This is about campfire, even if they don't say so. But now, if you're in nature, and just the fresh air, take some of the tin note away, then you're going to find some other notes there. Leather, earth, bit of sweetness perhaps, but Latakia is in front, and you know that's Cyprian Latakia. So what a Cyprian Latakia is, just a bit more aggressive. I'm going to tell you what they say about the tobacco, and you see that's another short story they tell us. So these short stories about the tobacco, well, two things. First thing, you don't find them on the tin. I had to get that from the internet, from the website, the description of AGU, printed that out, and you don't find that on the tin. I'm not sure why. So, but it would be good to have that on the tin. That's number one. Number two, if there is a pretty long description, I don't know. Always some kind of suspicious. That's not fair, but I don't know. I don't want to go into that. So what do they say? Calvin and Toto's beautiful pipe shape. So those are these pipe makers, these co-pipes. Toto's beautiful pipe shape, which adorns the tin. So they're talking about the Swan. So the pipe that is called the Swan. Couldn't be more fitting, because our tobacco is just as gentle, graceful, and harmonious as this shape. Well, you can't find enough good words for yourself. Virginia's from Africa as well as North and South America. Separate Latakia, English Black Cavendish, and a trace of Perique provide an exciting and balanced English mixture. The character, which is not dominated by Latakia, but pleasantly formed. We also treated this mixture with our ultra-fine topping of the indescribable type. That's always strange. So there's a topping, but this is undescribable, which fits this blend extremely well and makes it absolutely unique. So if you've always been looking for a spicy, pleasantly sweet blend with a smoky note, you'll find it with the Swan. Don't they leave me anything to add? Well, perhaps. Let's begin with that. I'm not too much into the Latakia, well, you know that. But I like a good Latakia from time to time, and I like exactly what they describe. So it's just an underline, just a little something, something that doesn't jump your face. Well, and did they do that? So, well, that's not easy to judge. It's a pleasant smoke. They're right on that. So for me, Latakia is not too aggressive. That's right. But it's Cyprian Latakia. I don't know. I would have preferred that was a Syrian Latakia, just because the Syrian is a bit more smoother. So it's just better to underline. Let's say Rhinos 51 or something like that. Yeah, but anyway, it's a good tobacco, provides a good smokiness. In the back, you have some tobacco notes, but I don't want to say they're hard to detect, but Latakia is always a bit in front. So main component, not when it comes to the amount, well, they mix them, but just a little taste. You always got the feeling that main thing is about Latakia. And that's not bad. That's not bad. If you're out for a Latakia, it's not bad. And it's not aggressive. It doesn't jump really your face, but it's always there. You can never forget about that. There's some tobaccos that just slightly underline the Latakia, and you can forget about that in one or two puffs. But that's not the case here. It's always there. But provides enough sweetness. Perhaps for me, it could be even a bit sweeter. Maybe that's related to the Paris. So that's first impression, but look around. I nearly forgot to talk about this place here. Well, we're just, I don't know, 200 meters from the other side with the ancient castle. So, well, there's some kind of hole here. This area is naturally a bit deeper, and they used this area. This area was part of the whole ring of the castle. So that was part of the fortress system here. In, yeah, well, in ancient times even. And that's because where you see that behind me, there's always water around. And they needed the water for the fortress. Yeah, well, if they were seeking shelter from the enemy, perhaps they didn't know how long they had to stay there. So they needed fresh water for themselves and for the animals and so on. And yeah, that's what this is about. And then you see the structure here, this tower. In the 19th century, there was a lot of sandstone needed. A lot of sandstone for all these representative buildings we have in Hanover and Berlin and everywhere in Germany. They built a lot of representative buildings, all done with sandstone. So in the 19th century, there was a quarry here, and they just got all the sandstone out here in the 19th century. They did pretty hot mining here. And with the sandstone from this quarry, sandstone they got out of here. They even built the Reichstag. Perhaps you know the Reichstag in Berlin. That was even built with sandstone from here, on this very side. Yeah, so this tower was probably used for, I don't know, storage or whatever. These old guys, we still have some old photos from these old guys. Digging the sandstone. And this tower probably was used by them for, I don't know, for storage or whatever. Perhaps even for storing the dynamite or whatever. So cause this area is a bit deeper, like a sinkhole, and so it's protected if you work with explosives. So that's a good idea to store the explosives in some kind of deeper area, some kind of hole. So this is what this is about, and we go 50 meters from here, and as the last thing I'm gonna show you while I'm puffing my Swan. Going for the Swan. Come on, guys. All right, folks, just follow me. That's where we go. That's our next location here. You see that? Oop. Let me just give you some light here. Come on. Oh, God damn. This is pretty deep. I don't know. Can do this. All right. Alright guys, just in the last third of the bowl of the Swan. Yeah, the Swan. Is the Swan some kind of mystery to us? Like this tunnel may be here, right in the hill. We don't know who did it, who built that. Some people say, oh, that was an ancient culture doing all these things. I don't know, digging the hill and building incredible fortresses and so on. I think the truth is, as always, somewhere behind in the middle. So probably, well, this entrance here, that was built by those working guys working the quarry, working the sandstone. They used this for some storage and to get on the other side. So it doesn't really lead into some kind of mysterious underground, I don't know, fortress or something like that, or rocket base or something. Unfortunately not, I can't give you that. Anyway, so same goes for the Swan. It's not really a mystery. It's good tobacco. Good tobacco, especially if you watch out for something with a hint of a lot of care. Just provides you a little extra, and yeah, just, well, it's not overwhelming. It's nothing you really want to write home about. And some guys even say that's some kind of disappointment to them. Why is that? Because it's HU tobacco and they just looking for something more? I don't know. Well, you know, that goes for every company. Not every company can do just great tobacco. That's just not possible. It's good tobacco, it's decent tobacco, and there are far less things to complain about than the bullet. Maybe so, but it's up to you if you really watch out for a lot of gear. If you do, it's good tobacco. Give it a shot. So that's mainly it, I think, here from this cooker's board, from this water fortress of ancient times and of modern times when it comes to these digging these sandstones. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the little tour. Hope you're doing well. Hope there's some good tobacco at hand for you. If not, perhaps you want to give the Swan a shot. 21 euros 50 cents, by the way. So take good care, guys. Be well, and perhaps see you again. I guess that's my sign. Let's hop off. Well, Greg, the tunnel take. This one's for you. This stone, in fact, is from medieval times, but not ancient US American history. It's European history. Take care, Greg.